Hi, I'm Creason,
And I'm Cynthia.
and this is Random Spirit, where we talk about random topics. What are we talking about today, Sam?
Today we will be talking about a crystal called Moldavite. And um, again, like all the other ones, we'll be going over the properties, what it does, a little story, and then card pulls at the end. I like to call this crystal the shitstorm crystal.
Okay,
At least for me. At least for me, it was
that's
the
not
shitstorm.
official. That's not an official name.
It's not an official name. You're so no, but yeah. So the Moldavite, right? Let's see. Like okay, so a lot of the shapes and how the crystal comes, I've seen a lot kind of like it's raw. I don't think I've ever seen like a polished Moldavite. Have you, Creason?
No, I mean it always looks like it's just
It's
come like
raw.
yeah,
Yeah.
somebody just like freaking took a hacksaw to it and like chiseled the crap out of it. I mean that's how it
it's
looks.
it's kind of like chips, and the energy amplifies. The color is green. um
Hmm.
I actually love this color because, like, I'm like earth tony, earth vibes. This is like, I like to call it a forest green. um
Yeah,
so
that's a jade-like look.
yeah, the chakra that it's used for is heart and the crown. And the
Hmm.
placement, obviously, you can put this like as a necklace. You can put this, near the crown. You could use this like, I've seen people with earrings that
Mm,
have the Moldavite earrings. And this helps with connection or connecting to the divine, calming
hmm.
anxiety
Hmm.
and doubts, raising vibration,
Hmm.
promoting meaningful dreams and rejuvenation. It works with a bunch of other crystals. Um, which ones? There's a bunch. I can't even pronounce these, Chris.
Just name some
I
off. I
can't.
mean,
I'm
whatever. What to start with?
okay. All right. It starts with the A. It's azizulite, and then brookite. Like, I'm butchering all these. There's a type of quartz. There's like a bunch of unique names of crystals.
Mhm.
So the usage tip. Large pieces of moldavite can be costly,
Mhm.
but moldavite is very powerful stone. Using even a small piece can have a profound effect. So this stone is just like, the energy is just so strong in this stone.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, don't even fucking get out of the package, and it's strong as fuck. So, let's see what this says. So this is Moldavite is another of the stones for the new age. It's a form of, I'm gonna butcher this, Takiti. Is
It's
that
probably
what it is?
tekanite. It's probably tekanite or something. Something like
Tech
that.
Tektite? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um yeah, so said to have extraterrestrial origin,
Mhm.
formed when a giant meteor struck on Earth.
Mhm.
You know, what else? There's just so much information on this. So a little bit on what I can see. So Moldavite has its own cosmic oversoul,
Mhm.
which, hold on, which can put you in touch with the ascended masters and cosmic messengers. Look
Mhm.
at that. I didn't even know that. Maybe that's why I'm getting random ass downloads. Hmm. But that's all that I have for this crystal. I'll let you take over.
I mean, I don't have much this time. I mean, usually I come packing heat, but I mean,
Well,
the
yeah.
crystal comes packing heat, I guess. But what I can say is that the price of this crystal varies a lot.
Oh, yes.
I've seen prices go all the way up to like 1,000, and
Mhm.
sometimes it can go all the way down. And this is U.S. dollars, so that way you guys know like what the price is, from all the way down to like 15 U.S. dollars. And there's a lot like since the stone comes from the universe, it's very very difficult to find. But location wise, Czech Republic seems to be where it's at, um, and where you
Germany
can,
too.
and Germany, yeah, those seem to be the places that you can find it the
Mhm.
most. In terms of the crystal, well, talking about this the astrological, sorry, signs. It mostly deals with Aquarius. Actually, it's a fully Aquarius dealing stone, with the sun and the moon.
Hmm.
And for the sun, it links you to cosmic consciousness and extraterrestrials, which you already said. And for the
Mhm.
Aquarius moon, does the same thing. It used for extraterrestrial contact and accessing cosmic messengers. So yeah, I guess if you want to go and speak to the cosmic or to the aliens or to the extraterrestrials, that's the stone to do it with. Um, but yeah, like that's pretty much all I have, like in terms of just flat
That's
out about
really
the stone.
short. I didn't
Yeah,
notice
I
that
know.
was the very very short of it. I'll see what else I can pull from this. All right. Moldavite has been used since Stone Age times as a talisman and amulet for good fortune and fertility. Many
Hmm.
people believe that it came to aid in Earth's transition and healing, and that the time has come to use Moldavite's energy wisely.
Hmm.
It can greatly enhance the effort or the effect of other crystals, taking them to their highest vibration. 100%. Moldavite brings you into communication with your higher self and with extraterrestrials. What else? Moldavite has an extremely high vibration, which opens, clears blockages from, and aligns the chakras. It integrates the divine blueprint, ooh, and accelerates spiritual growth. Yo, 100%. I need to highlight that. It does. It accelerates freaking spiritual growth. Like this stone that transcends time,
Hmm.
placed on the third eye, Moldavite can enable you to go forward into the future and back into the past. Now, when I say this, this is my opinion. My opinion. Um I don't think like it's physical. I mean, if it's physical, like wow. But I feel like with the like with downloads that you get and maybe like visions, fucking maybe astral projecting or whatever, like you can
Hmm.
probably go into, the future or the past or whatever. I believe
Hmm.
in that, but to each their own. This is Moldavite is a useful stone for sensitive people who find it difficult being in incarnation on the earth and who cannot adjust to suffering and deep emotions. Is that me?
Oh God. I mean, maybe.
Oh my god. Many such people are star children. This gets into like a whole, I feel like it gets into, we all have our own beliefs.
Hmm.
But this just gets into more like extraterrestrial, star children, star seed,
Hmm.
fucking Mars, like that kind of stuff. Um, if you'd like to do more research on it, go on. But like, I feel like that's what it like has to be with. Definitely a high vibrational, and this is a great, um this is an amazing beautiful crystal. So
Yeah.
we are going to get into the stories. Creason, I would like you to start your story
Well, I
with
mean,
the Moldy. with moldy.
with moldy. I mean, you make it sound like it's just mold, but
No, it's not.
it's not.
It's beautiful.
It has a lot, yeah. But no, I should start off with where I actually got it because that's very important. So, I was looking around. This was one of the first stones that we ever looked for, ever. And I think during like one of our earlier podcasts, I did go deep into the story. So I'll try to give it a brief, abridged version here. But pretty much like I was looking around to see if I can find it backwards because I wanted to find like a shop that sold crystals, and then I went from that and I found the what, Czech, Slovakia or something shop. I butchered that, but it's a Czech. I went over this pretty quickly at the beginning. I think it was one of our first podcasts, so I'll do a very abridged version. So, to start off, it was very difficult. This was our first stone, like the very first ones that I actually looked for. And at the time, all I knew about was, spiritual journey, and that was it. So I was like, well, let me look for crystal shops. So I looked around and I found this Czech crystal shop that had a bunch of like stones that looked legitimate. And they were like, like we sell on a bunch of different places. One of them was Amazon. And I kind of trusted the fact that it was coming from them. And I went backwards to go ahead and grab the stone from there. Went to Amazon, ordered two stones, and yeah, we got this card that said it was legit. Honestly, I don't even know if you still have your card, but I kept mine.
It's in
Um,
Virginia. I'm gonna have to ask Trey to take a picture of it for me.
I'll take a picture of mine and I'll probably send it. But um, yeah, like it was very powerful. Of course, like I'm not going to go back into the story of what happened when I actually sent the stone over, but yeah, that was in the earlier podcast. But yeah, where I got it was this crystal shop. I forgot the name of the crystal shop. It's been so long ago, but yeah, it was Amazon that I got it. I got it for a fairly good deal because they were trying to like I guess get rid of inventory. So I got it for a very very good deal at the time. It was definitely not like the $800 stuff that I saw. It was really, really like low down. So,
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, that's where I got it. In terms of the stories, we have a lot because this was one of our very first like stones ever. So, literally, like kicked off our journey. Both of our journeys was kicked off by Moldavite. And I thought, like, it's in the package. As long as we leave it in the package and we don't like, manifest it, like it's not going to do anything to us. I was wrong. That thing caused changes from the start. I feel like the stone is a stone of change. It literally tries to change your life. And it literally tries to sit there and make you face things that you don't want to. And for a first stone, yeah, like while the other stones are like, are helping you like get a little bit more courage or fixing or helping you fix your love life or giving you a little bit more inspiration. This stone is getting straight to the gut and like dealing with people and making you have to face the shit that people put you through and making you have to deal with it, and it does it in rapid succession. Like, I mean, I was very highly emotional before that stone because I had a lot of stress when it came to work and stuff. But I can tell you that, on both of our ends, the stress levels and the emotional levels and the overall needing to support each other levels went up and skyrocketed to high degrees because of this stone. And in my case, like it struck me in terms of my family. I was basically having a hard time controlling like my anger, like back then. The it was, I mean, we all lived through the 2020 pandemic stuff, and this had a lot to do with like I think it's just a bunch of compiled stress over time, and I would get agitated really easily back then, like extremely easy, and this was before the stone. Um, it's after I got the Moldavite that I actually started to reflect on why I was getting so angry, why I was so irritated. And honestly, it like kind of kickstarted my impromptu trip to go ahead and see you in Virginia, if I remember correctly. Because,
Hmm.
like,
You
you
needed
know,
a break. You were
it
stressed.
it was ridiculous amount of stress, like, and yeah, like, it's just I think all the changes that happen in such a short, significant amount of time, having to deal with staying at home and having a family that didn't understand that like when I'm working, it means that like,
Leave
don't
me the
bug me.
fuck alone.
And
Yeah.
yeah, like I got a lot of help from my friend and like, just the support system that I had. But what I have to say about this is it was a really, really strenuous time. And I think the motorbike kicked it into high gear because it was just change after change. We did a lot more. Like I think that our spiritual journey got like pushed into warp speed because usually like the way that like I like to handle things, in some cases I would say you like to handle things, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna get through inside your story, is that we take our time doing new stuff. It's not like we would just sit there and like try a bunch of stuff in rapid succession. It's more of just like, oh yeah, this looks good, and then we would talk about it for like 2, 3 months, and then we would like try it for like a little bit, and then like it's on to the next thing. We never like had this rapid succession of where we will like do something and stick to it and like not change it. Like it was just the thing that we did now, you know? And even now, I still feel like, I think like what, 2 years later, because our Moldavite anniversary is coming up on 2 years in May.
Fuck
Um,
that.
um, but what I have to say about that is like, I think that it made everything much more focused because we don't have a lot of the old things that were keeping us back. It helped really make me like evaluate what's important and what's not important in my life and focus in on those things. And yes, emotionally, like it was a wake up call. I think that the stone like literally was a wake up call for me because it made me have to face things I did not want to face at all. And this includes when I even went down to Virginia. Like I was to ask myself before the Moldavite if I was gonna do those things, I would tell straight out no. There was like a lot of stuff that I didn't want to have to handle or deal with. But taking an impromptu trip, going down there, and meeting like, the people down there and like the new experiences in a time of high stress when I thought that my bosses were never going to let me go. Like, it's insane that, all the changes that I made and how impromptu I was and how I was just like, yeah, I'm doing this thing. And that was it. It's insane.
Hmm.
So, yeah, like, if I'm to go ahead and sum up the Moldavite, it's definitely a stone of change. It's definitely a stone that, like, hypes up and, like, speeds up your spiritual journey. I haven't actually tried to use it for the cosmic extraterrestrial stuff yet. Though now that I see that, I might actually try it out. Who knows?
Oh
You know,
lordy.
for the meditation people out
Mm.
there. See if I can go amongst the stars. But yeah, that's pretty much my story on the Moldavite. It's a very, very good story. I still think it kind of has a small effect because I have it kind of there, and I still think it does its thing. I don't think that ever stops. I really think that it's still in the background, trying to elicit change, and trying to make like the relationships that matter, like matter stronger. So that's the end of my Moldavite story. How about you?
Okay, so for me, it was a literal shitstorm. storm. Now, I'm just gonna say this, and I don't give a fuck how this comes out. If you are not on the right path in your life and you have a fucking doubt and you're an emotional fucking wreck, don't do the stone. Don't get the stone. I don't even know how I survived, okay? It definitely changed my perspective. Uh so the thing is that because I had told Creason about the Moldavite and stuff, and like, I was on TikTok and I saw a bunch of shit, like people putting stuff about Moldavite, and there was this one girl, and it scared the freaking shit out of me because she had like some earrings and she was there crying, talking about that she had like a flat tire or whatever, and that ever since she had the Moldavite, it was just like bad luck. And I was like, oh my God. And I don't know if I had told you or not. And so, obviously when, Creason had got it, I was pretty upset. You can go on like to the first episode and listen to that. But the whole like this for me was the perfect stone. I have a love-hate relationship with the Moldavite. It was a
Mm-hmm.
perfect stone to kick my ass into gear because I'm stubborn and I don't listen and I like to do the opposite of what people tell me to do. I know myself already. I already fucking know myself. You know how I am, Creason. Trey knows how I am. And yeah, like this stone kicked my ass. But the crazy thing about it is that weirdly, there was this weird connection between myself, my husband, and the stone. I don't know if it was just me and because my husband's part of my life, but it said hello and it kicked our and flipped our world upside down. And that, like, I like to say that it's a stone for the spiritual awakening. Weird things started happening. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I started seeing shit. Uh Beady eyes in my fucking closet. I was fucking scared shitless, and I would wake up trained in the middle of the night, and I told him, yo, like, there's something in the closet. But there was nothing in the closet because my brain, like I was scared. I was, there's fear. And obviously my mind's gonna play like fucking tricks on me.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen a lot of shit. This is literally where like I feel like my guys are like, all right, bitch, you got this, Moldavite, let's go. But it's like they're sending me information and I'm like, what do I do with this? What's going on? I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I had absolutely no guidance. It was literally between Creason, myself, and my husband. This is when we started doing the meditations, I think, right? When we did the group
Yeah.
meditations.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking visions are coming. Like, literally, my whole world flipped upside down. Another kicker on me coming back home to my roots. Uh, a fucking huge clusterfuck of mixtures of okay. So it's this whole thing where like it's just gonna open your eyes and it's gonna show you the like it showed me my toxic traits. I'm probably longing this shit out. I'm sorry, but I'm the one that got affected more with this Moldavite because I feel like the Moldavite's like barely like right now
Mm-hmm.
stirring shit up with you. But we'll get into that like another episode. but um but for me it's like it opened my eyes and it showed me my toxic traits and I became more self-aware.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, again, a mixture of it was just trauma, emotions, suppressed emotions, repressed emotions, fucking spirit guys trying to talk to me, fucking my dead grandma trying to talk to me, grandpa was trying to talk to me. Like, people were like talking to, certain people that I thought that we were good, like, they showed their true colors. I showed my true colors. What the fuck is going on? I miss my mom. Like that kind of shit.
Hmm.
And it's a beautiful stone. It's fucking beautiful. But like we worked with it for a little bit, and I'm sorry, I had to put that, I had to set it to the side. And I'm probably like Creason said, I do feel like it's doing his little dirty ass work in the background, but I do have it locked away in like my little crystal thingy, because I don't need that energy like
Hey.
the
Yeah, you even
most.
told me to stop using it for a bit, so
Yes,
yeah.
because it's like the Moldavite is what got me to doing this podcast. The Moldavite is
Hmm.
what got me to get into spirituality. The Moldavite is what got me to getting into readings, receiving readings, doing readings, deities, fucking angels, spirit guides, podcasts. Like it got me into all that, and it kicked my ass in a fucking gear. And again, I got a love hate relationship with that fucking crystal. But I love you, Moldavite. I love you. It kicks my ass again.
Oh man, you don't
Ow!
you just got to activate it. You just gotta watch
Dude,
out.
no, man. Like when the past full moons, like I've tried to keep that shit out of that moonlight, yo. Like, no, thank you. Look, it wasn't even freaking cleansed, Creason, or activated, like you like to say, and it was already doing stuff.
He doesn't care.
I, I'm feeling emotions that I never even thought I had. Like, I'm so worked up on something and I'm crying about something, and then I face that something head on and I get my so called closure. And it's like, Cynthia, you threw that tantrum for what? Because you're cool right now. Like, what's going on? Anyways, that is the whole episode on the Moldavite. I thought I think I seen somewhere where there was like a shortage in Moldavite. I'm
Hmm.
just gonna throw this out there. It's a hit or miss, all right? I've seen people that had like bought in a Moldavite for $10 randomly, and that stuff was like real. And then Creason got it on a sale. I feel like it'll come to you if it's needed. Don't
Hmm.
know if I recommend for the first stone. A lot of people were like, "Wow, I wouldn't have recommended it for a first stone," but Creason got it, and here we are.
I
So
know.
now we're gonna get into the card pulls, and then it'll be a wrap for the episode. So Creason, my dear friend, had gotten me this awesome deck. This is the Gaia Oracle. Shout out to you.
Hmm. Sure.
Um, I'm an Earth sign. My big three is, it's Virgo, Capricorn, Virgo. Yay. I'm very earthy. I'm very, very earthy. Um, yeah. So yours, the card I got for you is Amethyst. Now,
Hmm.
Amethyst is transformation, certainty, and freaking confidence. And I'm just gonna say this, okay? The Creason that you were when we started this Moldavite, like this Moldavite, what the fuck? This spiritual journey. This Creason that, back then, and actually since I've met you,
Hmm.
back in college, like, and the Creason now, I'm fucking proud of you, dude. Like, you have changed so much in like good ways. You have such a
Hmm.
beautiful soul, you have such a beautiful heart, and you're my best friend in the whole wide world. And thank you for being you. And you're just, I feel like you're becoming this card, the best you, and like you're just bettering yourself.
Hmm.
Transformation, certainty, and confidence, dude. What do you
Yeah,
gotta say about that?
I mean, I wish it was more than just 3 words. I don't know if the card had like anything more deeper to say, but I'll try to go off of what's said.
A little bit on the thing?
Yeah, like I mean, they're a bit
Yeah.
more like it'll fill out the card a bit more, and then
Okay.
I'll talk right after.
Yeah, this is just like a paragraph. Okay. A profound transformation is taking place in your life. After
Hmm.
much soul searching, you are now back in control. A new you is emerging, poised and with a renewed sense of confidence. You can move forward with certainty. The past is now behind. The hard work has been done. All you have to do is decide what it is that you truly want. All is now possible. Listen to your heart and don't settle for a second best. Set your course and then go for it. Be certain, be confident, and all is yours for the taking. Blessed be. That is the card.
That's incredible. Well, I mean, given how many like,
Boundaries.
less than positive readings we've gotten over the time here,
I'm done. I'm so
it's
done.
very good to see a very positive reading and where, your guys are telling you that you're doing a great job and that like you are actually, doing stuff. And, I hope that next week we don't get boundaries again. But for now, like if I were to do my reflection, I have been feeling a little bit better. I've always felt as though like I needed to lead. And I don't know why I feel that way. Like I always had like this very quick transition into it. Like comes naturally to me to um be calm and lead in situations and try to get the best out of situations and be a guiding light when it comes to situations and stuff like that. And as I've been doing this spiritual stuff and like we've been like, working on this like podcast and I've been working at work, like I've been having to balance a lot of things. And I've been having to make sure that like I have time for each and every little thing that pops up. And I have to say that like I found a way to actually do it without taking my stress levels through the roof, which I'm very happy for. Um,
Mhm.
so if it's one thing that I can say that I've gotten over time by doing the spiritual journey is in some weird sense of the word, I've become even more patient with myself because I was already patient beforehand, but now I'm patient with resolve, which is really, really a weird, I guess, patience nirvana. I don't even know how to describe it,
Mhm.
but I've been very hard to shake. And I've been employing more boundaries, especially like when it comes to like, not doing what I don't think is right. Like I've been really keeping away from that and it has been doing an effect. You know, they the words was like be kind and not, and not nice, be kind and not nice. And I really think that that's important, always watching out for yourself when you are being doing good for others. And I'm really trying to employ that. So I'm happy to say that, like, it's doing a lot when it comes to me and making sure that I'm able to balance things a bit better. And as I move forward, I'm gonna continue working on it until my guide slap me with another bad read. So
Another
yeah,
boundaries card.
another boundaries card. So yeah,
I can't.
that's my reflection on the card.
That's great. All right, so my card is next. Now, I'm not going to read into it because I did reflect on this. This is purification, this is fire. Bare essentials, the naked truth and wholeness. Oh, lordy. This card has a lot to do. I mean, like it's it is the whole facing the truth and facing the reality and the fact that I don't want to face the reality because
Hmm.
the reality is life changing
Hmm.
and there's other like it's so much more to it and I've kind of been like pushing it to the side because I genuinely like I believe that you can't put a time on anything. Like I don't like to be timed because if I sit here and I'm timed, I get like super pressured and I make fucking dumbass erratic like decisions.
Mhm.
This has a lot to do with that. And just like, you know, there's a decision that's gonna have to be made in the future. I already fucking know. I hear you guys. I fucking hear you. Like, yeah. Let me live. I'm trying to live my life. I'm trying to like I feel like I'm on this like self journey without even being on the self journey, if that makes sense, because my world does revolve around my kids.
Mhm.
And yeah, like the naked fucking truth. So purification, fire. I know, you know, something's coming. I know I'm gonna have to make a big decision. It's on the back of my mind. I will deal with that when I deal with that. I hear you guys. You're like, I'm not ignoring you, and I'm not suppressing. So that right there is my card. That is the end of the episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. We obviously, I don't know, have we said anything about Apple?
I don't think we have, but we can now. Like we're
Okay.
on. Yeah, go ahead.
We're on Apple Podcasts. We are on Google Podcasts. Obviously, you know, we're you're listening um on Spotify and
Mhm.
Anchor. We have so like all those are Random Spirit, and then we have the Instagram. I'll put
Mhm.
everything down. I've been very like active on TikTok, a bunch of card pulls, free card pulls. If you guys want, you can go on and follow us there. So that is a wrap, and that is
Oh
today's
yeah,
episode.
yeah. Just so you guys know, Instagram is at Random Spirit 28, and TikTok is at Random Spirit Podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna put
So
it in the description.
yeah. Well, just in case they want to listen to it, I don't know if they have like,
Oh,
you know.
okay. All
So
right,
yeah,
wrap it up.
always remember to love yourself, guys. Always remember to love yourself. And until next time.
Bye.
Bye.